Well, welcome back. I'm Mr. Sam, the allotment man, and this is my allotment. Thanks very much for coming back, and if you've subscribed, thank you very much to all 6 of you. Well, today we're going to have a look at tools. As I said last time, I did all of this without the aid of machines. But how did he do it, I hear you ask? I'm going to show you. Today it's all about value. Right guys, here are the tools. I know it doesn't look like much, but they are value and they do the job. So first of all, let's have a look at the good old fork. Here it is. It's a fork basically. From B&Q, value, stickers come off, but don't worry about that, it'll still work. Still in one piece, it's done a good job and it's dug everything. About 6 quid, 7 quid I think in the end, so I'll call that good value. Next we've got spade. Don't really think I have to go over this every time. It's a spade. 6 quid. Getting windier by the way at the moment. There we are. Now, value rake. You've obviously seen the fine tilth that I've got before. It's done a pretty good job, but I don't know if you can see there. We've already lost a prong. But for 6 quid, who's counting? I've still got lots more. There you are. What else have we got? We've got a hoe. There you go, get your weeds out with that. And also this little thing. It's a hand cultivator. Yet again, about 6 or 7 quid from B&Q. It's a multi-prong cultivator. There you are. I thought it was going to save my life doing it. And to be honest, it's a bit rubbish in clay type soils. You're going to have to dig it over first, then use one of these. Just put it in and give it a twist and it churns everything up. So there you are. So there are the tools. Hope you enjoy them. Well guys, welcome back to the greenhouse. Now, we visited the greenhouse earlier in our first little introduction video, but I'm going to show you a little bit more detail about what I've done. I've set up my watering system, a dripper system. I think I showed you the fine points of it last time using the screws as little taps. Now I've actually got some plants in here, which is a little bit good. I've got some sweet corn, I've got some peppers, and some runner beans, I think. I'm not sure. No, they're cucumbers. But you know, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so they're all growing. And because I'm a bit of the lazy allotment keeper, I can't always get down here. I've put tea towels on the bottom of my trays. So the drippers, they drip water onto the tea towels, and then using capillary action, the plants are watered doing that. So I don't have to come down here every 5 minutes, which is good. Very good for a relationship, if any guys out there are getting a bit of jip. So all you have to do is set something like this up. You don't have to come here so often. Or you can pretend to come here and go somewhere else. I'll leave that one to you. So let's have a little closer look at what we've got going on down here. Right then, so here are the plants. There we see, all lined up. You can see at the bottom, there's a tea towel. There you go, that gets wet and then the roots soak it all up. And yes, I've got egg boxes. There's more sweet corn just growing out of there, working very well indeed. As you can see, I've added some cable ties. The water goes down, gets onto the end, and it just drips. So your drip is in the right place. And of course, garden pests and pests in the greenhouse, you do need something to keep those pests down. I use this. It usually keeps most things out. You can buy one of them from your local B&Q store. Just take your camera phone along, and that's called the marrow. We'll be growing some marrows later, but not this one. It doesn't seem to produce much, apparently. So there we go. But yeah, here we go. These are all my plants. Well then guys, here we are at the runner bean stand. Do we call it a stand? Not quite sure. I'm calling it a stand today. I've put my netting up. It's not the stuff I was going to use. This one's a bit hardier because we get a lot of wind around here. By the way, if you do get a lot of wind, a lot of digging, a cup of tea, you should get rid of it. But yes, that should hold up to all the wind around here. And my runner beans are actually coming up. I planted them like 3 weeks ago, which is far too early. But fingers crossed we're not getting a frost. And they should survive. But now we're going to have a look down at the ground and see what's going on. So here we are at ground level. As you can see, the ground is here. And the runner beans are coming up, which is wonderful. And luckily I put them in the right place, so they're actually going to climb up this netting. So there you are. I don't know if you can see there are some plants, flowers, I don't know, but we'll see what comes up. There we are, runner beans coming up, very exciting. Well guys, just a little update on the onions and the garlic. Garlic's doing really well, it's getting a bit taller, still looking a bit flaky, but I'm not really sure how that's supposed to look. So I'm just thinking it's okay. Onions doing really, really well. Of course, put them in, there was nothing there. Now, because of the fine tilth, excellent gardening skills, there's lots of onions coming up, which I quite like. And of course, the bird scarer is working really well. We've got 3 of them, and I've never ever seen a pigeon on here once, not even creeping up. Everywhere else I've seen wood pigeons jumping all over the place. So I'm really proud of them, they're doing the job. So remember, go to YouTube and look up pop bottle bird scarer, I think it might be, and you might be able to find it. Okay? Right guys, here we go at the potatoes. As you see, nothing's happened. I don't think we expected it to happen. It's going to be another couple of weeks before we see any shoots. I've just been weeding it, hoeing it down. As you can see, there's 1 or 2 weeds still there, but don't worry about that. Potatoes are there to break up the earth. As we already know, the earth's already broken up by the value equipment, but nature can help out with its potatoes. So there you go, nothing's happening with the potatoes. Onwards and upwards. Well, there's one thing I didn't really mention or talk about last time, and that was this. I know it doesn't look like much, but what it is green manure. I saw it on the internet and I brought it. You sow the seeds, let them grow, then dig it back in again. That's it. It's fertilizer basically. I wasn't planning on growing anything here, so I dug it all over, and instead of letting the weeds grow back, just let it grow. So there you are. It's doing really well actually. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's starting to grow. It's good. Right then everybody, thanks very much for tuning in once again to Mr. Sam the Allotment Man. Please subscribe. There's a train going past. Well, we'll carry on talking anyway, who cares, no one's really watching. So on an allotment you do get things called pests. Yeah, they usually come in the guise of old men. Now these old men will come up and talk to you and stop you from doing whatever you want to do. So I've come up with a plan. All you need to do is get your mobile phone, put it to your ear and pretend you're on the phone, and it's a very important call. All you have to do is apologise and say, can I talk to you later? And they'll be fine about it. And then when they've gone, you can carry on digging, planting, sitting, drinking, whatever you want to do. So that's my little tip for today. And of course, try not to film while there's a train going past. There you are. Right, let's just have a quick look round the allotment. And then that'll be it for today. Okay, cheers then, bye. Some exciting news, my rhubarb has started to sprout. I only put it in a couple of weeks ago and it's happening. It's very good, there you are. Rhubarb, look at this. The raspberries are looking fine, so that's good. Quick tour around here. What have we got? There's the apple trees. Whoosh. There you go. Bird scarer, very nice, looking good. And of course, we better check it out. Pile of wood. Haven't added to the pile of wood, but we have added a pile of glass, which is great. Look at that. Have to sort it out. Pile of glass, pile of wood, and of course the water butt is not on there yet. And back into the greenhouse. Woo! Steady on there, Stevie boy. Well, that's it from Mr. Sam the Allotment Man today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Not a lot to do. We're going to have to be quick about it because it's going to start raining. Today was brought to you with Value Tools. You know where to go and get them. Hope you're all going to stay safe and happy growing.